What's going on, y'all, man? It's your boy Dre Onyx. You already know what the vibe is, man. What's going on? I appreciate the love and support. Y'all already know what the vibe is, dog. This is probably gonna be one of the toughest videos I ever have made on my channel in ever. Point blank period. And it's how much money have I spent this year on NBA 2K25 for not only content, build videos, engagement, viewer engagement, and the strategy that 2K has behind a lot of it. So you guys are going to see me or hear me talking majority of the time, but you're going to hear, obviously, it's going to be some gameplay in the background for a lot of y'all today. Now, I just want y'all to know something, that if you're addicted, if you're an addict to this game, if your group would be, casual players make about 1 to 2 builds. They spend about $100 to $200 maybe a year. Shout out to them. They're able to play. Average players make 3 to 5 builds. They spend around $500 to $600 in a year. Now, streamers and content creators make about 6 to 10 plus builds every year. But not only that, people that want viewer engagement, people that want content creation, 50% of the world is casuals. 15% of people that play NBA 2K are not only just not casual players, but they are people that play in other game modes, events, areas, stage, etc. and so forth. And people that are like me are just addicted to the grind, addicted to the game. But 2K, their strategy was so perfect. The game was so perfect for them and what they were able to do. Yeah, said their diehard consumers spent double on this year's game. Which means it's not the fact that the game is fun, it's the fact that people have to figure out something new, something different, and try to adapt to a new style. So people figured out L2 cheesing or LT cheesing was the thing, was the method, right? And so people went on and made builds like that. What happened? Other people had to make builds like that so they can compete or so they can keep up. That's it. But also, as a streamer and a content creator myself, shout out to 13,000. We're speaking on my personal experience for my first full year of being in content creation. That's one. My first full year in the 2K community, I'm talking about actually sitting down, playing the game, spending money, making builds, being a test dummy for you guys, and how much it is. I want y'all to know that one build gets stale after about 3 to 4 months. It takes like 3 weeks for a build to get boring. Then I'm on to making something new. That's why y'all always be like, Dre, you're in the builder again. You just made a build. Dre, you're in the builder again. It takes no time for a build to get boring or slow, or it's just a constant cycle. You're making a new build so the game feels good again, and then you get that dopamine rush, and you get another dopamine rush, but then you making another build to do this, and then, oh, that build isn't that good, and then you see something slightly different and you tweak it. Oh, you gotta delete this build because it takes up a build slot. And throughout this entire year, bro, after realizing how much money I've spent on builds, I've made about maybe, and I'm being genuine when I say this, about 35 plus builds in a game that only takes 15 build slots. So this is why I advocate for 2K to make more build slots, add way more build slots, more like 50 to 60 extra build slots. And when all the build slots are filled out, allow players to still be able to get into the builder to create and be able to build. Now, I may bash 2K every single day. I may say the game is trash, say the game is terrible. The thing is, I play it daily. I play it daily for at least 3.5 hours, guaranteed, every single day. And then also in my downtime, after I recoup and relax for a minute and get away from the game, I get back on the game and try to get B-roll and get extra footage for y'all and be able to play the game some more. Now me, in terms of money spent in this game, I'm embarrassed. I am ashamed of myself, especially considering the fact that I'm happy about it, but I'm not. Because it's like, I bash a game and call a game so trash, yeah, I'm willing to put this much money into a game, and then I realize I'm a content creator, I'm a streamer. So it's an investment. Everything is an investment. But how much, seeing how I invested after doing the math and breaking down the numbers, I'm embarrassed, especially knowing that I could have probably got more bang for my buck. Like, there was where I was spending $100 on VC, and I just should have just said F it and kept on getting 700K. Just kept on doing 700K, 700. So much wasted money spent on here that it should have just been 700K is actually like. Another thing I wanted to say is the normal person makes around, like a normal person usually makes around 7 to 9 builds per year on every 2K, which is the average player on every single 2K is at least minimum. And I'm talking about 2K is your main game. You can get on other games. You can play Call of Duty, but 2K is still your game. You're spending around $600 to around $800, maybe even $1,000+, especially if you're like not a team player or if you're just somebody who just likes making builds. But that's the other thing. I told y'all that I was going to be getting into my team on the next 2K. So you're telling me I'm going to be playing my team, a game mode in which I've never played before, so it's going to be completely new to me. You got me making builds, and after I made 35 builds this year, and each build cost $100. You do the math. And then there was wasted money, wasted motion. Then I bought every single season pass. So now I'm spending, I done spent $21 on a weak ass season pass just because I didn't have to, but I got it. At all, but I got it. So that's a pro pass every single season. That's a build every other 2 weeks since the game dropped. And they're able to give off these cycles and make X, Y, and Z dollar off of somebody with 13,000 subs on one page, 7,000 subs on the next, and almost 2,000 subs on the third. Also with 2,000 followers on Twitch, with 27,000 followers on account, is 16,000 followers on the other account. And y'all would think, oh, you got amount of dollars. Not necessarily. Though I will say, I'm just letting y'all know the amount of money that I spent will never happen again in life. Yes, I'm gonna spend money on builds on 2K. However, whatever build I'm making, I'm going to spend so many hours on that build and making that build so I can make one build and get as much bang for my buck on that build. Like how people like, I made SGA, I made Anthony Edwards, I got a LeBron build, I did this, I did that. For those people, right, on the next 2K, that's it. If I make one build or even 2 builds that I can critique and get them and squeeze them in as many videos as possible, that's just what I'm going to do. That's just what's going to happen, because this cannot ever happen again. Though I'm not going to say I wasn't having fun. This is an investment, so I'm taking these hits on the chin with the hopes and with goals of trying to be great and everything. And everything so far, what I'm doing is paying off. All my hard work is paying off. Every day, there's not a day though I don't go live where I'm like, my hard work isn't paying off. My hard work is paying off in all areas of the game. So I'm blessed for that. So from everything else though, I do want y'all to understand, man. I want y'all to understand that you got builds that fun, or a game where you mess up. Everybody messes up on their first build. Everybody messes up on their first player. And then there's always a new meta and a new play style that you have to keep up with within the game, man. There's Park, Rec, Pro-Am, 1v1, and there's multiple V1 builds, and that's what took up a bulk of my money, to be honest with you. That's what took up a bulk of my money this year. 1v1 builds, 6-10 1v1 builds, 6-11 1v1 builds, 6-6s, 6-8s, etc. and so forth. Just spending hard-earned money that wasn't necessarily needed to be spent. Yes, I can get every single one of those builds back. Yes, I can get every single one of them back if I wanted to. The fact that I don't have them all on my account right now is embarrassing. So 2K and that. However, I do need to say this. Once again, for those that watch me and that's been watching this type of content, or watching my videos and understanding my content for who I am, what I'm doing, and what I'm trying to do, I do want y'all to understand this. If y'all don't understand anything else, like I said, in the very next 2K, the amount of money I've calculated, the amount of money I spent, I am embarrassed to say the amount of money I've spent on one cycle on a game that's going to die in the next 2 years. However, yes, once again, first year in content creation, having decent motion, being able to get decent views but not necessarily make decent money off of it. And now if I'm getting decent views and decent money off of it, this small exchange for XYZ would have been cool, but that's not the case. Y'all basically saved, like, I'm right in the middle. I'm not gonna lie. So every build that I've made and deleted on 2K, so that's around 35 builds you guys paid for. My first 2 builds are the only builds that I paid for out of my own money. Every build after that, you guys paid for by just being able to sit here, watch me, and be entertained by me while I'm on the game and doing my own thing, minding my business. But even still, the amount, I don't care, like just seeing the amount it hurts my soul. Knowing that trying to figure out strategies and adapt for a game that's gonna die and be lost and forgotten for years to come, just seeing this amount gone, it is hurtful. It's embarrassing, especially seeing where I'm at right now. That's really all I have to say. I'm glad I'm in the green. I'm glad I'm in the positive when it comes down to it, but at what cost? Still, it feels embarrassing. I don't like it, but it is what it is. I appreciate y'all coming through to my video and getting to know my experiences. When it comes down to it, when it comes down to the brand new 2K NBA 2K26, I will not be going. I'm literally telling y'all, I'm not going over maybe 7 builds. And I'm already making 3 builds day one. And I'm being the test dummy. I'm going to be the test dummy for some of you viewers, dog. So, I am addicted. I am an addict. I do need help. And I hope my friends do help me. But with all that being said, man, I hope y'all take care of yourself, love yourself, and I'm going to get up with y'all in the next one. Peace.